Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Some Dumb Guy here, and welcome to episode 17 of SumDumWatch for the week of January 20th through January 26th, my weekly series chronicling what I watch from my physical media library, as well as any theatrical viewings I happen to attend. I'm going to preface this one by saying it's a real brief week. I was busy. What can I say? It happens. So, I didn't get a whole lot watched. First and foremost, we're starting it with, right here, my weekly entry from my Frank Capra at Columbia box set. I believe this to be the 9th title in the box set. I'm watching them all chronologically as best as I'm able. And this title is a 4K called Dirigible. This stars Jack Holt, Ralph Graves, and the lovely Faye Ray. This is, I believe, to be the third pairing in Frank Capra's filmography of Jack Holt and Ralph Graves. Interestingly enough, all three are a military-themed story. All three involve these two gentlemen basically being, for lack of a better term, best friends, and all three involve some sort of love triangle between these two men and a significant lady. And this film here, once again, pushes some envelopes, is innovative as far as its filming techniques, its locations. It amazes me now, just branching off into these earliest periods of filmmaking, just how far and how fast film technique has progressed from this one here to here. Okay, so here we started in 1928 with the first silent film of that box set. This one here was 1931. We're talking a period of 3 years. As I said, I believe this is the 9th title in the box set. So that's 9 films that Frank Capra made just for Columbia at the minimum in the 3-year time period. I have to go look at his filmography. I think there's a couple in there that were either for Columbia or another studio. They're in the mix in that time frame. This was a busy guy. I don't know how long they took to film a movie back in that day. I have no idea at all. But I do know as they become more and more elaborate, it's going to be more heavily involved. This one here involves travel from the east coast of the U.S. down to the South Pole. And it's basically an expedition to be the first people there to explore it, to chart it. And as the title would spec, you get some dirigible activity. And as the backs here, you get some aircraft flying such and such military operations and so forth and so on. And this is a heartfelt story in a lot of ways, as many of these films happen to have been. I don't want to go into too many specifics of the storyline, the plot. I encourage people who are interested in early filmmaking, the simplicity of the storylines, Frank Capra as a whole, physical media collectors, whatever. If you can get your hands on this set and you've got the extra cash, it was very cost effective. I think it was like more than a number of $140 when I bought it, if memory serves. And it's 20 films, 21 including a documentary. I'm 9 into it now. Every single one has been completely solid. There's only been a couple that I've felt have kind of been would still 100% recommend any of them. And so if you were just to say, hey, $20 per title for a movie on Blu-ray or 4K, that's already $180 worth of value. Even if you were to skimp that down to $15, you're still well within the margin. This set has bought and paid for itself already, and I'm only less than halfway through. Couldn't recommend it enough. Next up, Seinfeld 4K. I have finished season 3, begun season 4. Loving my rewatch of this. As I believe I spoke on my last episode, my only real issue with this is the colors of the reds. Pop. I'm going to put a couple screenshots that I took. Again, now this is with my iPhone, taking a picture of my television screen. Looking at it, I can tell it's not an accurate representation of what I'm seeing, because like the skin tones are off, they look a little orange or whatever. But I want you, when you're seeing this, I want you to look at just the reds, nothing else, and just see how much they pop. And it's even more vibrant when you're looking at the screen, to where it can be almost painful. There are even more egregious representations, but these were the ones that I finally figured out that, hey, you know what, I should take some kind of picture so I can document what I'm talking about to people. I'm going to dig out at some point in the near future my DVD copies, and I'm going to put those in, and I want to take a little comparison. Last but not least, guess what? The staple on my show. Complete series, Star Trek Enterprise, Blu-ray. I am, I believe, 6 or 7 episodes into season 4. This is a short season, the final season, and things are wrapping up. Ish. So, depending on my level of enthusiasm when I crawl into bed prior to passing out every night, how far I make it, I expect we're not going to be seeing too much more of this show in the near future. That's it. There were no theatrical viewings for this week as of now. However, it is Sunday evening. It is 5 o'clock. I have a showtime at 5:30, and I'm going to go see the new paranormal, supernatural horror film, Presence. And in the meantime, we have a kitty to show off. This is SumDum Kitty. Hello, Sugar. Is she purring? She's a happy girl. She wanted to say hi. She likes to hear me talk. She thinks I'm talking to her. So she comes running anytime I'm making a video. Right, Sugar? Want to say hi? Hi, everybody. So I'm going to go see Presence. And hoping when I'm done, I'm going to put together maybe my second film review for my channel ever. Post that up, give my thoughts and my impressions of the film for you all. And that just came out, I believe it had its sneak preview night on Thursday, so it's only a couple days old. I wanted to go see Flight Risk. Is it Flight Risk? Yes. But the scheduling hasn't worked out. It's either been playing while I've been at work, or the next showing is way too late in the evening for me to want to risk going in the theater, because that's what I'm prone to do. That's that. We're all wrapped up for the week. What did you watch this week? You have anything to contribute? Have any thoughts, opinions about what I watched? Share what you watched. Word box below. Are those crickets chirping? Let's silence those. I don't like crickets. And I will see you next time. Y'all have a pleasant evening. Good night. Thank you for joining me.